Ladies and gentlemen, 2026 is going to bring some heavyweights and some new contenders into the fray. The superhero genre is still booming. It's not dead yet, especially with DC just now trucking along. The DCU is going, and the DCU and the MCU in 2026 will clash. And we will get an explosion that all fans can rejoice with. After it clashes and booms, all the cum could rain down upon us, and we could take it in. It's going to be so freaking epic. 4 movies so far in 2026 are going to be coming out, and we're going to talk about which freaking one will take the cake as the best superhero movie of 2026. What do we have? We have The Batman Part 2 is coming out in 2026. Spider-Man 4 just announced July 24th, 2026. Avengers Doomsday with the new Doctor Doom of Robert Downey Jr. and the Russo brothers return to form in April of 2026 or May of 2026, and Supergirl, the newcomer, Supergirl, Woman of Tomorrow for the DCU. Ladies and gentlemen, I look at these movies and I cream. I'm not so creamy about one of these movies. If I'm looking at these 4 movies, all of these 4 movies will be juggernauts in their own right. I feel that obviously the freshest is Supergirl. The most stable is Avengers Doomsday. The most beloved would be Spider-Man or Batman. And the most interesting, I would say, could be that Batman movie, right? You know, I'm looking at me personally, no disrespect, and I understand DC gang and all that. Robert Pattinson's Batman, I'm sliding him right out of there, bro. I don't think that the Batman 2 is going to be the best movie, the best superhero movie of 2026, because I don't even think that he's even known as the Batman yet. He ain't even a superhero yet, dog. He still goes by vengeance. Miss me with that. The Batman Part 2 is going to be in its own universe. It's going to feel isolated with his rogues gallery of characters. Could the movie still be fire? Absolutely. But I don't feel, after watching the first Batman, that is Batman. I don't feel like that's Batman. He's a man becoming Batman, starting out trying to be Batman, but I don't even think they call him he's vengeance, bro. And we'll see what he becomes. But as far as his universe, I'm not very interested in Matt Reeves' side Elseworld universe of Batman. I'm very much more interested in James Gunn's DCU Batman movie that they have with Damian Wayne, you know, potentially being directed by Andy Muschietti. We'll see. That's the one that I'm more interested in. Not so much this one. So, off top, I'm taking the Batman off the slate. I'm taking the most popular hero off the slate. He's dead. Gone. Boom. It ain't going to be you. Spider-Man 4 with Tom Holland, we just talked about here live on Jody's Corner, bro. Spider-Man 4 has the potential to be great, but it's likely going to be bogged down by the trilogy that is trying to jump out of. 3 movies have been spent with him in high school, being a little kid, running away from responsibility, and then in the final movie, he found out what it means to be a little punk and have to deal with life for the first time. Spider-Man 4 looks like the ramifications from No Way Home will carry over to Spider-Man 4 to potentially make a reboot of Spider-Man again, where he's in his Tobey Maguire era, his Tobey Maguire energy, like from 2002. He's going to restart, and now, okay, new apartment, by myself, nobody knows me, friendly hood neighborhood Spider-Man. Maybe I'll get a love interest, maybe I won't, maybe I'll stop these villains, maybe I'll work delivering pizzas, maybe I'll be a plumber, maybe I'll be a photographer, all that shit, you know, basically starting all over again. For the first time, Tom Holland is the only one in superhero history that will be getting a redo. Oh, I did 3 movies. Oh, I'm sorry. You guys didn't like them that much? Well, okay, let's do 4, 5, and 6. Let me try again. 3 strikes, you're out with me. So Spider-Man 4, gone. I don't think Spider-Man 4 will be the best movie of 2026. Just like I don't think that The Batman will be the best movie of 2026, which means this motherfucker is going to come down to 2 movies, bro. What will be, remind you, the best superhero? Remember, superhero movie, not the best movie. If we're just talking about best film, it's either going to be The Batman or it's going to be the Doomsday. But we're talking about superhero movie, all right? What will be the best superhero movie of 2026? I look at Avengers Doomsday, bro. This is the most, like, I'm hyped for this movie. And it's hype as if the MCU, the MCU of old, before this BS that they've been doing with their agenda, wrecking our lives with Thor, Love and Trash, Wakanda Forever, Captain and Marvels, sucking. They sucked for the last 5 years. I'm talking about the MCU phase 1, 2, and 3 when Kevin Feige had us at the freaking counter 20 minutes before the movie started. We already had our popcorn and nachos, a hot dog, or whatever. We was ready. It was an event. Going with your friends, going by yourself, going on a date, didn't matter. It was an event when you seen an MCU movie, bro, because you wanted to get that full picture. Oh, I seen Ant-Man. I got to see this. I seen this. I got to see this. I wonder what's going on. Those days. When those days happened, you knew that you were going to get something great. Even if it wasn't great, it was still great because you experienced it. And when they dropped an Avengers movie, like Avengers 1, Age of Ultron, Avengers 2, Infinity War, Avengers 3, Endgame, Avengers 4, you knew that you were going to get something special. And it was like you were starving for that Avengers movie. I was hungry. When we got that first Avengers movie, we didn't know what we was going to get. And we got a motherfucking buffet. Roasted potatoes, steak, and shit. We was like, yes. We got to Ultron. We got some more. We got freaking eggs Benedict with some beef Wellington, with some chow mein, some orange chicken, whatever you like. We got a buffet. Infinity War, Endgame, same thing. Doomsday. This movie was supposed to be called Kang's Dynasty. Kang's Dynasty was supposed to be tied to Kang the Conqueror, which was a product of Ant-Man and the Wasp, Quantumania. That trash movie. In that universe. I am Kang. You know, with a female Doctor Strange. A female Iron Man. With a female Captain America. With a female Hulk. With a female Black Panther. With a female Hawkeye. Basically, every single freaking last hero that we freaking loved, they reversed it and made a female version of it, and they were going to stick it inside of Kang's Dynasty, bro. They really tried that shit. What happened? Movies flopped. They lost money. The fandom has spoken. I ain't watching this shit. And Captain Marvel lost hundreds of millions of dollars. Hundreds of millions of dollars they lost. And they said, all right, for sure. Out of the ashes, the Russo brothers come to freaking Comic-Con. Yo, we're back! Holy shit! And anybody who's an MCU fan of old knows that the Russo brothers said one thing. They said, we're not coming back unless we're going to do Secret Wars. I already knew before they announced it. Russo's coming back. What they? Oh, Secret Wars is coming. They announced that garbage freaking Doomsday, that Kang the Conqueror Avengers movie. We're renaming that. It ain't no Conqueror. It ain't no bullshit of female agenda. It ain't gonna be a freaking female Avengers. It ain't gonna be a new Avengers. We are changing it and dubbing it Avengers Doomsday. Following that, Avengers Secret Wars. And that man pulled his hood off, and it was Robert Downey Jr. Busted on myself seeing that shit. I instantly became ensconced in the MCU again, invested in the MCU again, and fell in love with the MCU again. I said, bring it to me, baby. But even though I am hyped to the brim, I understand that Avengers Doomsday is a pivot movie. Avengers Doomsday is a pivot movie. It wasn't the original plan. It was not the original plan to give us Avengers Doomsday. It was not the original plan to bring Doom out. It was not the original plan to bring the Russos back. And because of that, it's a little bit rushed to me. It wasn't the plan. Feige is a man of plan. So when I come up to this Avengers Doomsday, just like Avengers 1, Avengers 2, Avengers 3, Avengers 4. I am excited. Avengers 1, I got nourished with a buffet. Avengers 2, I got nourished with a buffet. Avengers 3, I got nourished with a buffet. Steak, lobster, shrimp, grits, eggs, ham hocks, macaroni and cheese, greens, sushi, all of that shit. Avengers Endgame came, and just like Avengers 1, 2, and 3, I got eggs, sushi, baked potato with chives, lobster, macaroni, and cheese. Oh my! Felt like a lost boy from Hook. It could have eaten that shit, bro. And I'm still excited for this Avengers movie. But the difference is, it's a plate of candy bars, sugar, honey buns, cupcakes, ho-hos, ding-dongs. Like I'm in Wonka's chocolate factory. It's not the nourishing, well-balanced feast. It's all sugary donuts, and it's the empty calories. We'll feed you, we'll nourish you, we'll get you full, but it won't satiate you. It won't fully, completely nourish you. That's the way I feel right now with Avengers Doomsday. I think that Avengers Doomsday is going to be fire. I think that Avengers Doomsday is going to make the most money in 2026. No other movie stands a chance next to Avengers Doomsday. Come on, nigga. When we talking about the superhero, there's something that radiates in my soul. When I tell you that I am more excited, when I tell you that I believe that Supergirl will be a better superhero movie than Superman, I mean that shit. Supergirl will be the best superhero movie of 2026, and a lot of you guys, a lot of you men, and a whole lot of you women will find out what a female superhero looks like that is not named Wonder Woman. We got 2 of them. All that female empowerment agenda bullshit, forcing women down our throats, just giving us a Disney Plus series to throw that hoe up into an Avengers movie to psych us out to liking the female opposite gender. Well, guess what? We've been had one since the 60s, bro. And she about to come out, and she's got everything that Superman got. She's got everything that Wonder Woman got. She's got everything that Spider-Man got. She got everything that Iron Man got. She got everything that any one of your favorite superheroes got. Plus, she so happens to be a female, my nigga. That's what it's about. This is going to be the movie that women should show the freak up to. Shut your whore yapping mouths talking about inequalities in Hollywood and how men don't want to see superhero movies. Shut your mouth, bitch, and go watch Supergirl. Because that hero right there is amazing. Her backstory is amazing. The House of L is amazing. That S, that dress, those colors. Millie Alcock coming off of House of the Dragon. Shout out to her doing her thing. The person that's directing this movie, an amazing director who has an amazing filmography. It's Superman's getting all the attention, but it's this sleeper motherfucker right here that I think, just like Wonder Woman, it was Batman versus Superman that had all of the attention while Patty was over there cooking at Wonder Woman. Nobody cared about Wonder Woman. I remember. Nobody was even thinking about, oh, Wonder Woman's being made. Oh, no one cares. When that trailer dropped, motherfucker was like, oh, shoot. And when that film dropped, motherfucker saw what time it was. And the same thing with the Wonder Woman. They're not paying attention to Supergirl. They know of it. Maybe this is your first time knowing that Supergirl's even coming out. Oh, yes. History repeats itself. History's repeating itself, ladies and gentlemen. And it's going to be a head-to-head for me between Supergirl and Avengers Doomsday. Those 2 movies, not only, I believe that they will be the best superhero movies of 2026, but there's something in me that believes that a complete superhero, what the superhero is, will be explored and given to us via Supergirl. Avengers Doomsday is going to feel like the same. It's going to feel like an Infinity War. It's going to feel like an Endgame. It's going to feel like an Avengers movie. But this movie will have less Avengers in it. Maybe more X-Men. That will blow loads. But as far as what we know about the movie, it's another Avengers movie with a character swap, Robert Downey Jr. Everything about Supergirl Woman of Tomorrow is going to be fresh and new. Oh, and she so happens to be a female. The phone lines will be opening, ladies and gentlemen. I am about to open the phone lines. Get your number. Talk to me. What's up? I'm saying it with my whole chest. It's going to be Supergirl, bro. And now, we are now on the lines are open now. The lines are officially open. You can come and talk to me. I see somebody is calling in, but they missed you got to come in through here. There we go. Okay. All right. What's up with it? You on? Talk to me.
Hey, Jody.
Supergirl is going to be the best superhero movie of 2026.
It's the autistic. It's Ryan.
Welcome
from
back,
the
Ryan.
Other day.
Welcome back, Ryan. What's your take?
It's the autistic kid. Yeah. I believe that Supergirl will be the second best behind Avengers Doomsday.
Okay.
Just because it's the start of DCU, and you guys gotta understand. You gotta understand that this is the second movie, and Avengers Doomsday is basically, it's going to be like Endgame over again, 3-hour-long movie. People seeing it over and over and over again.
Yes.
What do you call it? Who was that one guy? That's John Favreau. Yeah, this is completely Anthony Joe Russo over again. This is Endgame times 10 right here. All right.
Endgame times
Supergirl.
10? Whoa. I don't know if it's times 10. Do you think that Doomsday will be better than Endgame?
100%. Yeah. This is going to set up.
Oh, wow.
This is going to set up Battle World for Secret Wars. You gotta understand. This is what I want to say for Spider-Man 4.
Okay.
Spider-Man 4 is going to be set in Battle World with the Spider-Verse characters. It's going to set up everything for the rest of Phase 6 to be. Because you gotta understand, this is also beginning of Phase 6 right here.
Yes, I understand.
Phase 6 is going to be a whole year to Secret Wars. Supergirl is the second movie for the DCU.
Yeah.
That it's also even though it's an origin story for. I think it's, here's the thing. I love Superman as much as you do.
Awesome.
But this is the chance right here for Supergirl to show you more about what Krypton is.
Yes.
For Jor-El, Kara. Listen, here's the thing about Kara. Kara seen everything. She's seen the destruction. She's seen all the, people decapitated. I don't know if they're doing Brainiac is the reason why, or the original reason the planet's dying.
Yeah,
I really wanted to do Brainiac because
that would be dope too.
picture Brainiac and Kara fighting. I don't like Brainiac 5. I think he's stupid. I want to see the actual one.
Got you.
But yeah, Doomsday is going to be the main movie.
Supergirl's seen the destruction. She's lived in the Krypton's aftermath. She lived there for years before she made her way. So, she understands.
But it's all that's also going to that's what I want to say too. That's also going to bring her down to Earth, to Metropolis at the end of the movie, which is also going to be. Well, I want to tell you something. Actually, you know what? No. I want to change my mind on that. Beginning the movie, I know what they're going to do. They're going to have the destruction of Krypton and sending Clark to Earth in that move. That's gonna be the same like aura that Man of Steel had in the first 15 minutes of remember
They should show that.
Carus,
They should show.
What?
They should show in Supergirl. I want to see Krypton's destruction, and it would be nice to see the pod of Cal going to Earth. Yeah.
Now let me ask you a question. What do you think is going to be the box office? Because you gotta understand that's the main important deal right here. Superhero.
Nothing's gonna mess with Avengers Doomsday. The Avengers Doomsday is gonna win the year. I mean, it's gonna make the most money. So
of course, it's an Avengers title movie. It's Disney.
Yes.
They're gonna buy seats again, like they always do.
And Supergirl will make the least out of the four. I think that the Batman
and you know why it's gonna make the least out of four? It's because
it's new.
Warner Brothers, they know that what matters here is showing a woman for the first time that you can actually inspire men, young kids.
That's right.
Because you gotta understand, Wonder Woman, right? I love Wonder Woman. Now, it breaks my heart to say this, Jody, because I've been watching ever since Infinity War. I just want to, you pop my eyes. I was in high school. Now I'm 25.
Tight.
Wonder Woman truly inspired me when it came to looking at women with more respect.
Nice.
Amazing. Supergirl, right? I look at her as like my little sister that who's in high school now, because it breaks my heart knowing that Marvel does not have a character like that. I'm sorry, they do not. They don't have a character where you can sit there and you can say, my little sister was Supergirl for Halloween one year. She was. I've never seen any girl that I know, other than a slut cosplayer, wearing a superhero DC character that is other than Wonder Woman, right? Because you gotta understand, Wonder Woman, she's the only character people care about when it comes to DC during DCEU, right? And that's sad.
Yep.
For here, Supergirl has a chance to bring in more female characters, such as what's the Teen Titans, right? I think she's going to be on Teen Titans.
Who do you think is going to be on
Teen Titans? You know what I mean?
You think that Supergirl's going to be with the Teen Titans?
Yes. You understand, this is James Gunn's DCU.
Yeah, I don't think so.
He's going to do something different.
Yeah, that's going to be tough.
Legion of Superheroes.
It's possible.
Or that.
But no, I don't want that. I definitely don't want that. I understand her proximity and dealing with the Teen Titans. I get that, but I think there's going to be...
She was in Young Justice.
As far as her movie goes, it's going to be just her. I don't think there's going to be no group anything. I think we'll see Cal. We'll see Superman. A couple other heroes.
Yeah, baby Cal. Baby Cal.
It'll be her, right? It'll be her.
Yes.
Yeah. So,
yes. So yeah, that's why I want to come in. I want other people to get a voice to her.
Appreciate it.
Yeah, but Doomsday is the movie winning, but Supergirl's going to be behind that. The Batman, however, listen. All right, this is a fun thing I'm going to say. The Batman is going to be the most artistic movie out of all four of them, because Matt Reeves crushed the directing. It's going to be the most... It's
going to be the most film... it's going to be a film.
It's going to be the most, film Oscar-worthy movie.
Yeah, of course.
Everything else, it's not going to be that. All right, man?
Yeah.
All right, Joey, I love you, buddy.
Thanks, bro. Peace.
All right, see you.
Great. He had some great opinions, and he got some bold ones, too. I don't think it's going to be better than Endgame, though. Let's go ahead to the next caller. You live with Jody Joe. Talk to me. Yeah.
What's good, Jody? You know I had to come through again, bro.
For sure. You got in. Let's talk.
Yeah, bro. I had to throw that dub on you earlier because I'm gonna have to roast your ass right now.
For sure. Bring it. Bring it.
All right. So here's the thing. I don't know if you saw if you read the donation I did, but
let me read it. Hold on. Let me read it. Don't say. Let me read it first.
All right.
Mother freaker. All right. So I'm sorry, Jody. Number 1 Batman, number 2 Supergirl, number 3 Doomsday, number 4 Spider-Man 4. I will convince you, sir. Much love. DC rises. Yeah. Dang, you got Batman. Hold on. You got Batman above Doomsday? Nigga, you trip. You gonna wreck my shit?
Let me cook.
Go ahead. That she blasphemy. That she crazy.
So, all right, let me go ahead and get the other two out the way. Spider-Man 4, like we just already talked about, Spider-Man 4 got ran through. He got gangbang. He got BBC. You feel me? Villains drawn out. He already had his 3 movies. Cool, whatever. It's an old idea. You feel me? Even though it's gonna be a good movie, it's an old idea. Okay, with the Avengers, we already got Thanos. Enough said. My God, I know they're gonna bring it with Galactus and everything, but I feel like it's gonna be a very oversaturated formula. We're gonna all be in the theater like, oh snap, the battles, and then we're gonna be like, all right, but we kind of already had this before already. So let's get Marvel out the way. Like I said, DC rises.
Well, you're wrapping up. You're wrapping up Doomsday really fast, real quick. Oh, it's just gonna be more MCU. It's gonna be like No Way Home. They're gonna forget. Let's get out, Mark. Whoa.
Yeah.
Iron Man coming as Doom. Your Doctor Doom being in there. They're gonna be X-Men in this motherfucker, I believe. You tripping?
Out of authenticity. I mean, I feel like obviously Avengers is gonna make the most movie out of all these movies. Period. What I'm saying is, it just feels like we're gonna see amazing stuff, but we've felt that before. It's gonna be cool. That's what I'm saying. It's gonna be cool.
So I'm weird. So you're gonna have a hard time telling me why you think the Batman 2, which is something that we didn't have before. You're gonna have to convince me that the Batman 2 is not gonna feel like the Batman 1.
Bro, Batman 2, I guarantee you right now. Why does someone tell me that thing's gonna be sneaker, bro? That might be the Dark Knight for Robert Pattinson. Shoot me.
Nigga, you crazy.
Be the Dark Knight for Robert Pattinson. No, don't put Wendy. Stop. I'm sorry. Leave Wendy alone.
For everything.
Don't do the Gary. I'm sorry.
Apologize. What the freak am I, bro?
No,
listen,
not, bro.
It's not possible, bro. It's not possible. You. This is blasphemy.
Now, first of all, I know you've been enjoying that Penguin show. Don't cap now. You've been liking that Penguin show, right?
It's fallen from grace. The last 2 episodes was the last episode was really was weak. So I'm down on it.
You didn't like the last episode?
No, she was garbage.
Right, so, and I get it, bro. Everybody has their own opinion. I'm gonna leave it at that. I'm gonna respect it. But here's the thing now, because you see that wallpaper right there? I already feel like Mr. Freeze is coming through. Now, the last iteration we got of Mr. Freeze was with Arnold Schwarzenegger.
Stop. You already.
Bro.
All right. You're tripping. You're not gonna get a meta villain like Miss. That's the last person that Matt Reeves will give you in this grounded in reality, so real. You think they're gonna give you an Iceman with a snow globe head and a freeze gun? That's not gonna happen.
I hear what you're saying, Jody. But how was Tom Hardy's Bane though? Right? Realistic, right?
Yes.
He was juiced up comically, right?
No, not as much as Mr. Freeze. No. Mr. Freeze is the most meta rogues gallery villain that Batman has, I think. One of them.
And then besides that, I know you saw Barry Keoghan's Joker, right?
The dude that was laughing at the end of the movie?
Yes, Barry Keoghan, yes.
So you think you're going to get a Joker and a Mr. Freeze in this movie?
I can see that, even with Riddler, too. We might have a little bit of a Husher or whatnot vibes in there. We can have other characters or villains. We might even get a Robin.
Trixie wants you to know that glittery vampires should not be Batman.
Cap. Y'all leave Robert alone. Twilight's gone, bro. Twilight was pretty fire, bro. I'll be here to say it. I don't care. Twilight was pretty good.
I haven't seen Twilight. I'm not gonna shoot on Twilight because I haven't watched it. Because I'm like I'm a boy, but more power to.
Stop. As a man who likes the goods, bro,
I'm just playing, bro. I'm just playing. I'm just joking. But you crazy as shit, though. Saying that Mr. Freeze, I'm sorry, bro. Matt Reeves is not that type of director.
You don't think he can pull that off?
No, he doesn't want. No, I don't think he wants to pull that off.
You don't think he wants to really show his script and director prowess and in his writing to really make a meta villain like that be as realistic as possible?
In reality,
because
he chose a crime family with a side of the Riddler. And the Riddler
and Joker.
No, I don't know Joker. That nigga showed up laughing at the end. That don't count.
Hey, no, he had a behind-the-scenes clip that was removed though, fully.
Well, all
I don't know if
right.
you've
Well,
seen it,
there
but
you
there's a
go.
behind-the-scenes clip.
Well, he doesn't. You're not getting Joker. I'll give you the. He went with a crime mob family. Crime mob. That was the basis of his villain. With with some riddle or shit all around, like for solving the riddle, but it was the Gotham mob that was the core of what he had to go through and he had to fight through, and look at those riddles. Those riddles were so trash. They could have been better. Paul Dano was a whack Riddler. I don't like that Riddler, and that's what he gave us. He went Riddler, and he failed to make him look like a menacing, sadistic, psycho killer. He was a beta male, bitch-made incel, coward, who was on message boards getting his ideas and giving off his ideas, bro. In my opinion, he put disrespect on the Riddler's name.
And you know what? I agree to you to an extent because, again, we all have our own opinions on how we see the side of the stories. But what I'm thinking is, okay, I don't want to be. He's fresh, just like Robert's Batman. They're year 2, right? They're still in they're in their young years. They got to climb up to it. I think this Batman Part 2 needs to have a time skip a little bit, and everybody's going to be on the real grown man shit.
I agree. How many times? How much times will have went by? How many years are we talking?
For the time skip?
Yeah.
I want to do like 3 or 4 years.
All right, that's
3
good.
Or 4 years.
Good. That's good for him.
And I'm not going to give Robert the excuse. He better take his ass to the gym, first of all. Robert better take his ass to the gym.
What do you mean? What do you mean? The Batman stands completely get behind an anorexic Batman. They completely get behind us.
Jody. I won't say he was that skinny.
Yes, he was.
Oh,
do I need to see do we need to revisit the table scene where he's having trouble pushing a table in the dining room with his shoulder blades popping out the back of his back?
Stop.
That motherfucker looked malnourished.
Because you know what it was? I guess he was a little bit too emo for a lot of people's flavor, and I like the battered, I don't care, suicidal Batman. And Mal, like you said, malnourished. He didn't care about nothing. But at the end of that movie, you could see him he went from vengeance, and at the end of the movie, he turned into Batman. People was coming to his hand and they were believing in him. He found something more to live out of that. That's why I said in the second one, he will be Batman.
I hope so for his sake. Yeah, sure.
So
but mind you, Matt Reeves, the genius Matt Reeves, gave us a whole Batman movie called The Batman with no Batman in it.
Hey, shout out to Joker, but I hear you.
That's right. And here you are. Talking about the Batman gonna be better than Supergirl. Wait, what did you say? Than Avengers.
Now let me before I wrap everything up, I'm gonna get on Supergirl thing. But see, that's why I had to give Supergirl number 2. You know what I'm saying, Jody? I still believe in it. That's not too bad.
No, number 2's great.
Because first of all, that's what I'm saying. Because DC rises. Let's go. I see Millie Alcock is going to wreck this. This movie could be, if not just as good. I think this will be better than Wonder Woman. And that's a high stake to put on.
It could be. It has the potential to be. It's going to be hard.
I think it will be.
But it's possible. Yeah.
Villain-wise?
It'll take a lot.
Villain-wise, I know the other guy was talking about Brainiac and all that. But I can see, I can probably either see Lobo with Jason Momoa, or any other type of villain that they could choose that they'll have in the fray when David Cornsweet gets his movie. That might trickle into her universe, her movie. But I would like to see Lobo a little bit in hers, and probably somebody else. And then, like you said, she can have her interactions with Cal and other superheroes. But I'll put this right now. Yes, I could see Supergirl being number 2 for sure, bro. Because, again, she's going to be... people love Supergirl, but to see her live action for the first time and Millie Alcock, you know what I'm saying, House of Dragons, all that stuff, whatever she's bringing to the table too from her fans will come up and show up. And like you said, I could see a lot of women showing up to the movie. Hopefully they do. You know what I'm saying? But in the namesake also, when it comes to, and again, I'm just comparing her with the Batman status. People, going to show up to see Batman. But those teasers and the changing is really going to set up to how big that this movie is going to be. I have a strong feeling because I like the first one. I really do. I give the first movie at least like a B plus and A minus. That's what I gave.
I give it a B.
Oh, you gave Batman a B?
Yeah, I liked it.
Okay, that's
But he
a
didn't.
great grade.
I liked it as a film. I didn't like it as a Batman
Yeah.
movie because he's so not
Of
Batman
course,
to me.
exactly. See.
Yeah.
And I have a strong feeling when you watch that second one, we're going to say, all right, he's Batman now. This man is Batman. And that's what I feel is going to put that stamp of approval on it, and that's what I'm saying, that this could be his Dark Knight moment. I'm going to be real. I
Shout
know
out to Unbiased.
something huge to say. Huh?
Good looking out, Unbiased. He just gifted a subscription. Hey, take a look at your screen real quick, bro. I'm good on this Batman that y'all capping for.
That's what they say in the comments. Jody, what? Oh my, you petty.
You got me entirely effed up, my nigga. You got me entirely effed up with that motherfreaker there. Motherfreaker was struggling with that bitch. Miss me.
All right, when this movie...
He better get up in there and he better eat a sandwich.
When people call Batman 2...
I'll give you some pointers on getting big.
On your review...
Uh-huh.
On that review, you're gonna give it an A plus and say Cass was right when you watch Batman.
For
2.
sure.
Mark this
Not
right
gonna
now.
happen. No
Mark
chance.
this right now.
You're wrong on this one.
No chance.
So just to make sure, you got Batman number 1.
Mm-hmm.
And you put
Supergirl number 2.
Supergirl number 2, and then Avengers 3 and Spider-Man's wash. All right, bro. Appreciate you, man.
All right, bro. Have a good one, bro.
All right.
Y'all see.
DC Rises later. That was tough. Woo! Shoot. Okay. Here we go. The lucky caller just got in. You live with Jody Joe. Yeah.
Hey, it's Greg Parker again.
For sure. What's up with it, Greg? Hey, what's up, dog? Talk to me, man. Which one you going for?
Hey, man, at first when you said, when you brought up the list, I was thinking film, right?
Yeah.
So I was like, all right, it's between Batman and Supergirl. DC, they bring the films. But then you said that key word, superhero movie.
Yeah.
And in the first Batman, he didn't do nothing heroic. I mean, he couldn't even glide. He almost killed himself when he tried.
I mean, he
like,
kind of saved what was the bomb at the end, you know, whatever the freak that thing was when he fell into the water.
Yeah, when he's fighting the Riddler's goons. The bomb or whatever, that was from him blowing up the ceiling and dropping in there.
Yeah, you're right. Freak, yeah.
Not like I thought that was a good film, but yeah, it wasn't really Batman.
So which
Not
one you
Batman
got?
I'm looking for anyway. See, man, Avengers, that's a hero buffet. But Supergirl, I mean, what's more iconic than that S right there. And I mean, how long has it been since we've had a Supergirl movie, and have we ever got a worthy one?
Like, I don't think anybody remembers the Supergirl movie from the 80s, and then it's like it's almost worth saying that this will be the first Supergirl movie. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Like that,
yeah, for sure.
The world will see on the big stage in a real way with a real budget. And I can't wait to see Millie Alcock in that freaking dress skirt with the boots. She gonna be so beautiful, so majestic looking, so heroic. That's oh my God. Oh, never mind. James Gunn is trash with suits, nigga. Don't mess up her suit, James. Do not.
Oh God.
Do not make Supergirl's suit look anything like Superman's, bro. That biker Kevlar fire jacket material, miss me, my nigga, miss me. Please don't do it.
Yeah. I'm hoping he learns from all the backlash. And I just hope they actually give her the skirt. Like, don't give her no loose leather Kevlar pants.
Tight fitting with the yellow, with the skirt, with the S, red, blue, yellow. Let's do it.
Yeah, for sure. Yeah, man, I'm going with Supergirl as the best superhero movie.
That's right, Greg.
Because her abilities alone, the things that she can do, in my opinion, is more iconic than any of the characters in Avengers and what they can do. Just her alone. I mean, we've seen some amazing things from Superman, Supergirl over the years, but I feel like on screen we've never fully seen how crazy they can go. the stuff they can do.
Do you remember
If you
in
have the
Endgame?
creative,
Do you remember Endgame when everybody was fighting Thanos and they were failing, and then Captain Marvel came to do her best? It was too bad Supergirl wasn't there because she would have ended it quick.
yeah. Oh heck yeah.
That shit would have been
Yeah,
over,
man.
my nigga. This would have been done. Wouldn't be no Endgame if Supergirl was there.
See, that's what I'm saying. Like, I feel like I know people like to hate on Superman, Supergirl, whatever. I feel like people don't realize how much they actually want characters like that. I feel like people are forgetting a little bit of what an actual iconic superhero is, because it's been a while since we've got the true definition of an iconic hero on screen.
You're absolutely right.
And I hear James Gunn, talk about how much of a fan he is. I know that he got to feel some pressure. He knows there's a lot riding on this. And the fact, what is Supergirl? The second film?
Yeah, it's gonna be the second film. And James not even making this movie. Another director who has great filmography, arguably better than James, is making this movie.
Right.
And he's a male.
Right.
He's a male.
Yeah, I think that's actually.
So they didn't just say, "Oh, let's get a female to make a female movie because it's female." And yeah, we actually got a capable man that has made female movies that were fire in the past.
Right. Yeah, that's epic. Hey, it all starts with next year with Superman. That could change my mind in a positive way or a negative way. But right now, where we stand, because I have nothing to go off of but the idea in my head, I'm seeing Supergirl above everything coming out in 2026. The film that I'm imagining is like blowing my mind. And, I love the Avengers. I grew up on that stuff. I was there day one anticipating what's going to happen in Infinity War. Oh, how are they going to wrap this up? And then, I was there for it, like everybody. But this Doomsday, it doesn't feel earned. There's no proper build-up to it. You know what I mean?
Because it's not earned. It is not a proper build-up. That's the biggest thing. It's not earned. It's not a proper build-up. They're just throwing it out there. It's a pivot. This whole thing was not a part of the plan. And I trust Feige. I do. I trust his plan. This is not his plan. This is it is what it is. It's a pivot. It's an alternate route.
Yeah.
It's an audible.
Yeah, for sure. Yeah, they call it an audible for sure. And I know these are professional stuff like that happens in the industry and all that, and I wanted them to go the Doom route over Kang. But even though I wanted that, like you said, that's not what they were originally planning on doing. So that does make me a little nervous. It just almost seems like it came out of nowhere.
Right. It did, because we saw what was happening, and then we saw what happened.
Yeah. Don't get me wrong, I think it's going to be exciting. It's going to be the breadwinner and everything. But, yeah, man, I'm a little nervous about it. I think it's going to get more eyes back on Marvel. It's going to pull some people more in. Like, hey, this was kind of dope. What are they going to do next here, there, blah, blah, blah. But, yeah, to answer the question, I'm still riding with Supergirl, man.
And I got the director's IMDb pulled up here. He did the Super Bowl for Beyonce at Super Bowl 58. He directed that. He did direct the Super Bowl for Beyonce. So he did Dumb Money. I seen that movie. It was decent. I messed with it. Mm-hmm. He did the Pam and Tommy miniseries, right? But look, Cruella. He did Cruella. He's responsible for this amazing female-led Disney movie, Cruella. I give this movie an A-. Once I seen it, he directed Cruella? Cruella was fire. I didn't expect the movie to be good. I was like, what the freak? And a man directed Cruella. Cruella, guys, watch it. It's great. He also is the director of I, Tonya. Anybody seen that movie? Fantastic it is. Fantastic it is. Margot Robbie, let's go. Bomb movie, another iconic female-led character-driven movie. He got 2 of them. So now he's doing, after Cruella and after doing I, Tonya, the man is doing Supergirl.
Yeah, that's fire. And Cruella had no business being that good.
Exactly. No one thought it was gonna be, but I got shocked. So yeah, you're picking Supergirl, huh? That's all right. That's 2 for Supergirl.
Yes, sir.
All right, let's see if we can get some other fools to call and disagree. Seems like you know what time it is, Greg. Shout out to you.
Oh, For sure. All right, bro.
Shout out to Greg. That's another one for Supergirl. Where y'all at? Call in. We got a Batman vote. That was crazy. That was crazy. Who's calling? Jody Joe. You live.
Yo, is this Jody Joe?
Yeah, man. It's Jody Joe. What's up with you, man? What's up
It's
with you?
Rob, brother.
What Rob?
From Discord.
Rob from Discord?
Yeah.
Who? Who is this? You don't even
Oh, this nigga.
you don't sound like Rob from
Glorious,
Discord.
nigga.
You said Glorious?
It's me. Yes, it's Glorious. Sir Glorious, nigga.
Why do you sound different?
I don't know. I don't know. I am mature and I am young. So
This how you talk to the hoes? This how you be macking them and shit? It's your sexy voice?
Nah, I don't do that no more.
Oh, okay. You crying for sure.
But you know what I do?
You
know what I do?
You do this.
Hey, you're foul for using that song. You know you trash for using that song. You're so trash.
What's up, Rob, man? It's good to hear from you, dog. Talk to me, Monday. Let's get your trash
I'm
opinion.
happy to talk to you.
Me too.
Yeah, I'm glad I called it because I usually wreck you on these debates. I think that Spider-Man is going to be the best superhero movie of 2026. Spider-Man 4.
I knew your take was going to be trash. I love it. Let's hear it.
Now, I'm a huge Superman fan, and I always give you credit for being the one who put me on the Superman watching your review of it, right? So,
thanks.
I love Superman, and you know I love Captain America just as much as you. But going off of the evidence that we have, in my opinion, I don't think that this first Supergirl movie that James, even though he's not directing, he's going to have a hand in it. I don't think Supergirl is going to be full Supergirl in that movie, the way that we're all imagining her to be, based off of the evidence that he's shown us so far,
so
and where he's going with Superman.
So because James is not involved with Supergirl as a director-writer, you're doubting it's going to be good, even though I showed you the IMDb of somebody, in my opinion, who's potentially more capable of making a Supergirl movie.
Yeah, Tanya was fire. Cruella was good, but I don't trust it. I really don't. And it's a shame because I like Supergirl. I went back and watched the animated series like a few months ago, and she's freaking fire. And I like Millie Alcock. I think she's beautiful. House of the Dragon performance was OD. But I don't think this movie is going to hit like we think it is. I think that Tom Holland is finally going to do right by us Spider-Man fans out here. Do right by the Marvel fans. And give
here
us,
you are calling
goodness,
trying to cap for the fourth version, the fourth try at Spider-Man. After he had a whole trilogy, you're trying to go.
We have evidence.
Hey, I know the saying, third time's the charm. Ain't no such thing as fourth time's the charm, bro. What are you doing?
What was everybody's unanimous reaction with that last clip of the last Spider-Man movie when he had the blue suit and it was snowing? Oh, we finally getting the real Spider-Man.
Don't fall for that,
That's
bro.
what we're about to get.
Don't fall for that. That's marketing. You're falling for that marketing. That's marketing. They did that on purpose to make you show up for Spider-Man 4. You think that it's going to be a Toby reboot? Is that what you think?
Oh, no, it's not going to be that, but it's going to be a true superhero movie.
We have
evidence.
Nigga, we just got 3 of them. We got 3 Spider-Man movies with Tom Holland, bro.
And he didn't become tight until the end of the last one.
Bominicious.
Now he's really.
You want to call him Bominicious? Bominicious. You should call him after he's done. I'll smoke your shit. Bring that shit, Bominicious. But after I'm done cooking Rob, I'm going to deal with you next.
No, you're not.
Hey.
You're not, because at least I have evidence. I have evidence of his evolution.
I got evidence too.
We have no evidence.
I do have evidence. I have evidence that he had a failed trilogy.
Supergirl.
Hey, Tom Holland got a failed trilogy.
No, the last movie was good, and we seen his evolution.
Let's keep it a buck. That movie's trash. That movie's trash. It's only good because of Andrew Garfield and Tom Holland was in it, and Tobey Maguire. That's
yes,
it.
but it's not. That's not the only reason.
Yeah, it is for
He
me.
needed them. He needed where Disney fucked up is that
Tell me,
they,
no.
they tried
Tell me
to-
how that movie was good without mentioning any other Spider-Man.
It isn't without any.
For sure.
But
It's
listen,
trash.
this is it's all
trash.
no. Just because because what Disney fucked up is that they used those 3 movies to try to build up to Spider-Man, where they failed.
That's not my problem. That's not my problem.
But in this last one, listen.
You sound like Yvette when she came to the.
I have
You sound
evidence.
like Yvette
In
when
this
she came to
last
Jody's
one,
house and say, "Look,
let me
man,
finish.
I ain't let him stay here. The engine broke and the car need fixing. That's not my problem. Get the freak off my doorstep, nigga. What you talking about? I don't want to hear that shit.
Nigga, but we don't even know the problem with Supergirl. We know nothing. At least I'm basing mine off of some evidence. We've seen Tom Holland in 3 movies, 4 movies, 5 movies, Avengers, Civil War. So
It's freshness
they
is
fucked
what
up
makes
trying
it appealing. It's new.
Oh, wait, let me finish. Let me explain.
hold on,
So
I know,
everybody else
but,
can hear too.
But when you brought up when you were saying Supergirl is only and only not going to be because you don't know nothing about it. That's its allure. That's its appeal. It's bringing something fresh. And I've given you the back history of the people that are involved with making it. I know you want to sideline that, but it does exist. I'm giving you evidence. I'm giving you stuff. But
Yes,
yeah,
Tanya was
I
fired.
can't give you facts based on the movie. We haven't seen the movie. Just like you haven't seen Spider-Man 4. And this is why you sound crazy. You've seen 3 movies
No.
from this motherfreaker. You've seen 3 movies from him, and you saw that they was all mid to decent. And you're sitting up here telling me that it's going to win 2026 with the Batman and Avengers and Supergirl? Nigga, you crazy.
Let's hold on. Wait. Nigga, Avengers? Nigga, that shit's gonna be a freaking superhero fest. That shit's it don't even fucking make sense that that's happening. So that shit's out the window. It's gonna be fun. But that shit, I don't even take that shit seriously. That thrown together piece of shit. Now the Batman is gonna be the best film. Supergirl is gonna be right under Spider-Man for superhero movie. Because we've seen the evolution of Tom Holland. He's finally not trash anymore. He's going to be the Spider-Man we need and love. And who has the best record in cinema history as a superhero? Spider-Man or Supergirl?
Spider-Man.
Exactly. So they have a better shot at doing it right.
You're like a politician.
Because they have evidence.
You
They
are a
have a past.
politician.
They know what works. Supergirl is a fresh idea. It can easily be fumbled.
You just made
Spider-Man
me say
is the best bet.
You just made me say yes
And
to
I
some
believe-
obvious shit to try to make a point.
Yes, because it is a point. Who has the best track record? It's going to be
here
it's
likes
going to
to
be easier for
breathe
you to.
air?
It's going to be easier to make
You?
a Spider-Man
That's
movie
right.
than it is a Supergirl movie.
Vote
There's
for
no
me. If
niggas
you
don't
like
know
to
her
breathe air,
unless we
vote
like
for me.
superheroes.
You crazy. Tom Holland
I
Tom
stand
Holland,
on that. I believe it's
Tom Holland
Hey.
has not shown that he is capable of being that dude. In 3 movies, they even wrote it that way. It's not like we're coming to the conclusion on our own based off of our understanding of what the script says. No, the script says, I'm weak. I'll take this. I'm nothing without the suit. That came out of
you're reading
his
at the
mouth.
surface. You're looking at the film at the surface. We're supposed to look deeper. We got to look deeper.
How do we look deeper
The
when
film-
he said, wait, when he said, I'm nothing without the suit? How deep are we supposed to look? What are we supposed to take from that?
At the surface level, that's what he was saying. When we look underneath, there's growth there to be had.
What is it? What is it?
Which is why he said that line.
Why
which is why they made
tell
him say
me.
that line.
Tell me. What did he mean when he said, I'm
Because
nothing
they
without the
wanted
suit?
the story of Tom Holland Spider-Man is a story of a boy becoming Spider-Man, a boy growing into Spider-Man.
I get that.
So the
But what did
underlining
he
tone of
mean?
that line,
When he said, I'm nothing without the suit, you're trying to make like it meant something else to him. What did it mean?
it did.
What did it
meant
mean?
It means he's insecure being Spider-Man. He hasn't figured it out yet.
He's nothing without the suit.
That's
Yeah.
no. Now he is, because he grew into that. But back then, when he said that, he was a little boy, and that is the underlying thing that people are missing.
So
even though it's still trash, those movies are trash.
You're trying to take
but
that
when
away.
We look deeper,
you're trying to take away his insecurity by saying it's rooted to something else. He was being honest.
No, it's a
he
part.
said, "I'm nothing
insecurity
without
is a
the
part
suit."
of Spider-Man.
He didn't feel that he could do anything
Spider-Man.
without the suit. He failed. He needed Iron Man. He was crutched to Iron Man because he didn't believe in himself.
Exactly. That's the
That's
MCU
why
Spider-Man,
he said,
and that's a part of his.
nothing without the suit.
But it's a part of his growth.
I understand.
Is why.
And did he grow in Far From Home, the sequel, or did he want to throw away being Spider-Man to get a girlfriend?
Listen, he grew in this last film, okay?
Nobody.
Listen. He has nobody.
I'm gonna go ahead and take my W.
No Tony Stark.
I'm gonna go ahead and take my W.
All right.
You know?
All right. It was good talking to you though, but I think that Spider-Man is gonna be the best superhero movie. Y'all hear me?
Good talking to you too, Rob. I appreciate you for calling in, bro.
All right,
He tried. He just tried. Stop. We do not give fourth chances in this country, let alone hell, in this world, in this society that we live in. Fourth chances are not given. You'd be lucky to get a second chance. Free, let alone 3. And he want 4? Heck no. Where you at, Bomb Initials? Bomb Initials, call in. Where you at? What's up with the Bomb Initials? Welcome to Jody's Corner. You live.
What's up, Jody? It's Sean. What's going on?
Oh, okay, we got Sean. What's up, Sean? Talk to me.
Hey, man. So the way I'm looking at it right now is that there are like 2 films on the list for 2026 that may not even come out with the way things are right now. You know, I mean, you look at how Marvel has done their things, how many times they've slated something to come out and it just fails. Yeah. You know what I'm saying? Yeah. And then Superman has got to hit, like, on all levels for there to even be a Supergirl. Otherwise, it's a wrap. You know, and then, of course, the Batman 2, how many times have they pushed that back? Like 3-4 times?
They did push the Batman 2 back. I just remember once. Maybe I could be wrong. I remember once.
I think it was at least 2 times. So, I mean, I think out of all 4 films, I think that the 2 that are most likely to make an appearance are Spider-Man and the Batman. But I want all 4 of them. That's the thing.
So you think that
I want Supergirl.
If you had to take 2 off the list due to scheduling issues or what have you, you think Avengers and Supergirl will get knocked off before the other 2?
Yeah, I do. I think that especially depending on how they want to pack and pad the Avengers with actors and cameos and stuff, that may be pushed back because of scheduling and whatnot. Mm-hmm. Supergirl, that all depends on how Superman goes next year.
Right.
Because, you and I haven't discussed this since, like, the images have come out and whatnot, but we're both on the same page on how we kind of feel about James Gunn's images of Superman. The suit.
Are we?
The logo.
Yeah.
I think so. We don't. We wanted.
Could have been better.
Traditional Superman.
Could have been better.
Yeah.
Could have been better.
Yeah.
Sure.
Yeah. I mean, so I think, and you know what? I'm willing to forgive all that as long as the movie's fire.
So are you saying that if Superman isn't received well or doesn't make the money, that Supergirl's in danger?
Yes.
So you think that that will make you believe that DC is so front loaded and shallow that if Superman fails, the DCU will crumble and that Zaslav will say, "Oh, the universe is over. I gave you positions. I announced DC Studios, but since Superman didn't do well, pull the plug."
Mm-hmm. Yeah, well, the reason I think that is because of the damage that Zack Snyder did to the brand.
He did a lot of it too.
Yeah, so I mean, DC is coming in handicapped already.
Well, I will tell you that Supergirl is already starting production, so it's coming.
Well, that's good.
Yeah, it's coming.
That's good.
Yeah.
But, you know, I mean, so maybe that is like the only other film that makes it out of the gate. You know, if Superman does not perform.
Yeah, so let me you brought up a good point because people need to know this. Supergirl and Superman will be coming out regardless of box office things, right? Because they're already in production. So if Superman, let's just put a bad thing. Superman makes $200 million worldwide, flops, right? Supergirl will still come out because it was being made around the same. It's being made around that time. It will already have been done with production by that time, so they'll just push it out and see and hope for the best. But anything after Supergirl can be scrapped.
Yeah, and I think that's unfortunately something that we as DC fans have to kind of prepare ourselves for. You know, because these movies cost, well, they shouldn't cost as much as they are costing, but the way they like to make these movies, my friend, you know, I mean, they need to perform well. Right. And, you know, since Zaslav took over, like, DC, you know, Warner Brothers was in a horrible, horrible shape when he came in. So he's a businessman, you know, I mean, he's not in the business of
losing money,
pleasing fans. Yeah, you know, he it's the bottom line for him.
Yeah.
And so I think that if DC doesn't perform well on this next reboot under James Gunn, then Warner Brothers might just wipe their hands and either shelve DC for 5-10 years or just sell off DC to another company.
I believe that it'll be sold. If James fails, they're going to sell DC. Zaslav will sell it. He don't give I mean, he cares, but he's like, bro, we can't do it. Let someone else. This is a dying
Who wouldn't
commodity.
want to buy DC? Right?
Everybody would be on that. Exactly. So
yeah, except, I mean, Disney can't have it. We can't let Disney have DC.
Right.
You
I would pitch Universal. I think Universal
Yeah,
would
that's
do
what
well.
I was just going to say.
Yeah.
Yeah, I think that's the case. But you know what? I hope all of these films, except for the Batman 2, comes out because the Batman was trash.
Oh, so you didn't like the Batman? Why didn't you like the Batman? What was your problem with it?
It just, to me, Matt Reeves did to Batman what Zack Snyder did to Superman and Man of Steel.
Ooh,
it was.
Ooh, I understand why you said it though.
Yeah.
Keep cooking.
I mean,
what do you mean by that?
It was okay. So in the Batman, it resembles Batman only in the aspect of him being an orphan millionaire who likes to dress up as a bat and fight crime. Other than that, I mean, the brute
killer.
Yeah.
Was the movie called Zodiac with Robert Downey Jr. and Mark Ruffalo?
Yeah.
Those of you guys who don't know, Hulk and Iron Man teamed up in a movie way before they were in the MCU. It's a movie called Zodiac. Right. And he was I think Riddler took a lot of like character things and sequences and a lot of he took a lot of the sinister grim plot details from Zodiac and he put that on the character Riddler. I noticed that too.
Yeah, because when I
but
saw
that's
the
not
previews,
the Riddler though. What they did with that Riddler, I'm sorry, I don't F with that Riddler. And Paul Dano's a dope actor. I don't F with Paul Dano's. I like Paul Dano. I liked him in everything that I've seen him in, except the Batman as Riddler.
Right, and that's just, I think, at the core, Matt Reeves doesn't understand the material like Snyder didn't understand the material when it came to Man of Steel. So, I mean, when I saw, like, the first promos of what became the Riddler, I was thinking that might be Hush more so than Riddler. You know, I mean, I didn't expect that to be the Riddler.
So where are you at? Put your cock on it. Which one is gonna be the best movie out of these four of 2026?
If all four of them come out, it's got to be Supergirl. Because, I mean,
all right. That's another one. We got another one, ladies and gentlemen. God damn, can't be. Can it be? Can it be? Why are you picking Supergirl, which is a movie that no one really knew about? Which basically, I mean, respect to the 1980 Supergirl. I F with the movie for the cheesy reasons, but the modern era. This is like the first Supergirl movie ever. It's gonna be
Yeah.
most of the population's first introduction to Supergirl, and it has relatively no track record. Why are you picking Supergirl out of these 4 movies?
Because she is of the House of L. You know, I mean, she has almost all the same potential as Superman. You can do so many great stories with her that you can still do with Superman. You know, and then you can cross them over, and you know they can appear in each other's movies. I mean, Supergirl has way more potential than Doomsday or the Batman 2 or Spider-Man 4. Just because of who she belongs to, like the family that she belongs to. You know, as long as she's handled well and the people understand the material, the actual source material, then I have no worries about Supergirl. I think it's going to be fire.
I have none either. I feel so confident in the Supergirl movie. It's the way that I should have felt about Superman. The confidence that I feel for Supergirl is the confidence that I wanted to feel for Superman. It just feels good. It just feels right.
It does. It does, and I think that the casting of Millie is good. She wasn't my first choice, but
so a couple of people in the chat are saying that you're being biased and you're capping a little bit.
Yeah.
So do you feel like it's a DC bias, or are you taking this from logic?
There might be a little bias there, but I'm trying to look at it as independently as possible, and seeing what has happened, you know, with the slates with these movie studios over the years. You know, I mean, unless you see something actually coming out from the MCU, like unless I see a trailer, I'm at the point where I don't believe it's coming out. You know, I mean, look what they did with I mean, and the fact that RDJ is attached to it, I have a little more faith in it.
And the Russos, and the Russo brothers.
Right. And the Russos,
By the way, ladies and gentlemen, do you guys realize that this movie was supposed to be something totally different? And it was an Avengers movie that I said I don't even care to watch. Avengers Kang Dynasty was going to be the worst performing, worst Avengers movie ever until it wasn't. Until Robert Downey Jr. came, until the Russos came, and that pivot is changing me and making me pivot. But I didn't forget, just like when in 2013, Sony and Microsoft head-to-head PS4 versus Xbox, when that motherfucker Don Matrick went up there and said, get an Xbox 360, this is always online, and then PlayStation went up there and said, here's how you freaking share games, here you go, it was over. And even though Xbox pivoted and said, all right, no, it's not always online, you can share games regularly, we're sorry, the fans never forgot, and a whole console generation went down the shithole because of what they tried to do. And the same thing applies to this Avengers Doomsday, which was supposed to be Kang Dynasty with Jonathan Majors on the cover with 19 female superheroes in the background.
Facts. Yes. That's exactly right. So, I mean, you know, we're fans of the MCU and Marvel as well, but, you know, we can't let ourselves forget what has happened. You know, like what they were, how we can't forget how the MCU has been handled over the past 5 years.
Yes. That would make you pick I understand why you would pick against Avengers, because they have not deserved the hype. 5 years of hell as an MCU fan, bro. Spider-Man 4, a trilogy of mid. The Batman.
Yeah.
I liked it for reasons other than it being Batman. Right. Supergirl is the only fresh piece that's coming out here unblemished. It's not about being proven. Because, yes, Avengers was proven from their past. Spider-Man was proven from the past all the way to Tobey Maguire. The Batman is proven from its past outside of Robert Pattinson. Supergirl, completely fresh. She has something to prove. She's not disproven.
Exactly. I mean, the only film came out in like 1984, bro.
It was a long time ago. Yeah, I wasn't even alive. So
right. So, I mean, that film might as well not even exist, like you were saying.
That's what I mean. It's a whole generation of people that haven't seen. We're talking about 2 generations at that point. That's dang near 2 generations worth of kids who never knew a Supergirl movie even existed. So, there's nothing wrong with being biased, especially if you're able to admit it. But if you could,
Yeah.
you could bring bias with your light. We're fans. What's a fan? A fan is biased. So obviously bias will be involved. But so long as you're not biased to the point where your logic is flawed, that's where we call out fanboys for fanboying. From what I'm hearing from you,
Right.
bro, sounds like logic dominates your vessel, and that's great.
That's what I'm going for. Yeah.
That's how you win out
Yeah.
here. Freak what y'all motherfuckers saying, chat. If you want to freak, call in, motherfucker. Hey, shout out to you for calling in. You made a freaking great point, and logic is over there, bro. Shout out to you.
Cool. Have a great night, Jody.
You too, bro. Peace. Come do better. What's up? We got another one for Supergirl. Oh shit, we got a few callers. All right, which one am I pick? You're on with Jody Joe. You live. Talk to me.
It's the ring.
Ah, the Bap, John Bap. You was talking shit up in the comment section. You said you gonna cook me. You said you gonna freaking destroy me. Bring that shit, John Bap, cause ain't nobody else has.
I gotta season you first. I can't just throw you in the oven. I gotta put some seasoning on you.
For sure, I'll take it.
You know what I
Garlic
mean?
salt. Put some garlic salt and paprika on that motherfucker. Let's go.
Yep. I got some rosemary. Got a garnish. Yep.
So
Got the cutting board.
So
but anyway,
where we disagreeing at? What's the problem?
okay. First of all, the order is wrong. Okay.
What's your order?
It's like the person that donated earlier is, from my take, Batman, then Supergirl, then Avengers, then Spider-Man. All right.
Is that your lineup?
That's my lineup. It is identical to the person that donated earlier. Now, let me break them down for you. Spider-Man 4, this is his fourth outing as Spider-Man. I have liked none of his movies. I do not see Spider-Man 4 having the stakes of No Way Home. It might be better from beginning to end, but it won't even compete with the other three. You with me?
I'm with you.
All right. Avengers Doomsday, okay? Now, Doctor Doom, who you said Bane was more popular than, garbage take.
Oh, that's a fact.
Doc?
That's just a fact.
No.
I'm sorry. Bane is more.
It's not a
ladies
fact.
and gentlemen, Bane is more popular than Doom. Period. Y'all let me know what you guys think in the comment section. This guy's crazy.
No, he's not.
All right.
But anyway, I'm looking at this picture of Doom. I'm looking at who they cast as Doom. I do not like Robert Downey Jr. being cast as Dr. Doom.
Because
I love Robert Downey Jr. as an actor. Hello?
Yeah. Why don't you like
I love
him?
him as an actor. I don't like him as Dr. Doom at all. No.
Why?
Because Dr. Doom... Okay, I can go into comic book stuff, but that might not make any sense. So I'll make it a little more current for you. Dr. Doom is the model for the greatest movie villain of all time, Darth Vader. I do not see Robert Downey Jr. playing the prototype template for Darth Vader. No, not at all.
That is so
Not at all.
disingenuous for you to do something so disrespectful as to take a character that actually grew his legend, that actually is a real motherfucking villain that everybody knows, that went over 40 years of putting it down as one of the greatest villains in sci-fi comic book history, and try to say, oh, he's made off of Darth Vader, so I'm going to put all that on Dr. Doom. Dr. Doom ain't that. Dr. Doom ain't shit. They got to show us who Dr. Doom is, bruh. Only people that know about Dr. Doom is niggas.
To Spider-Man and Superman, because Spider-Man's better than
Shout out to
Superman.
Raging Black Guy for that donation. I'm going to get to both your donations because I know you got some shit to say. John Bapp.
Yeah, I like his donut, but his message was trash.
You
Go ahead.
cannot come up here and say, oh, shoot, Darth Vader was made off of Doom, so they can't pull off Doom. Doom ain't pulled off shit. What has Doom done in live action? He ain't done shit. And if that's the case, then you also have to apply the fact that Spider-Man was inspired by Superman. So Superman gets all the credit for Spider-Man. And the Fantastic Four was inspired by the Justice League. So everything the Fantastic Four is owed to the Justice League?
I don't correlate any of those Marvel characters to Superman. I don't.
You cannot correlate them all you want, but the facts remain. These are coming out of Stan Lee's freaking vocal cords.
Stanley was old. Anyway.
For sure. There it is. I'm going to take that W and I'm going to move on. But back to Doom.
Yeah, you're taking no W.
That's a W, but
No,
when you bow it down, you have to apply that same logic to all of that other stuff. I'm just trying to let you know that you can't do that. You can't say just because a character was modeled after something. Well, once that character was modeled, it became something different. So we can't give credit to the model that doesn't exist in live action. How could you give Darth Vader's credit to Doctor Doom, whose iterations in live action have all unanimously, mostly, been considered trash? Both versions of Doctor Doom in live action have been garbage.
Right, in live action.
This is a live action movie.
Oh, no. You want to talk about...
We're only talking live action. I don't want to talk about comic books or video games. Obviously, and let me put respect. Let me return respect to Doctor Doom, because even though I was a DC guy and I read some Marvel books, I always knew of Doctor Doom's iconicness in the comic books and how important he is. He is a top 3 villain in Marvel, period. He's like the top of the top. I get that. He's that dude in the comics. But this ain't comics, John Bapp. We talking live action. We talk about Avengers Doomsday. They already seen him twice before. This is the 3rd time. And now that they're going to see him, they're going to see him being Iron Man.
Okay, first of all, the first iteration of Doom wasn't terrible. He was played by Julian McMahon. And I liked him better in The Rise of the Silver Surfer. I thought he was a little more Doom accurate. But he wasn't. He was horrible in Fan Four Stick. But the first 2, the Tim Story movies, he wasn't that bad.
Yeah, all right, I agree with that. But he wasn't good.
But
he wasn't good though.
He was.
Nobody remembers him. Nobody wants him. He's gone. He came. He gone. Not memorable. I mean, I can understand how you memorize him because you're a Doom fan, and I remember him too because I'm a movie fan. So he did okay, but he wasn't good. He was not a good Doom.
All right, good take. Okay,
right.
Okay, that's their only W, because he said he was okay. That's only
I'll
credit
take
he
that.
gets.
Okay, yeah.
But all right, but as far as the Doomsday, the movie, obviously the Fantastic Four are going to be in it. This could be when Doctor Doom steals the powers of the Silver Surfer, and that might introduce Galactus and Silver Surfer in this Avengers movie. Now that would be hot.
Okay. Now understand.
But it's still going to be
that's your comic book side getting geeked up. Understand, in the MCU, that won't be hot because the Fantastic Four look garbage and females and Silver Surfer's a female.
We ain't seen nothing concrete about that. It's just been passed around.
Bro, it's about to be a vagina as Silver Surfer, bro. It's coming. You need to get ready for that shit. It ain't gonna be Mr. Norin. It's gonna be someone Narisha.
Right, it'll be Norma. Okay, so that means the movie's going to be worse than I'm trying to give it credit for. Thank you for W for me.
Get out of your, I would say yes if you're in comic book head mode. Get out of, stop doing that. Stop looking at these MCU movies and these superhero movies like the comic book, because you're setting yourself up for failure. Now, a lot of these freaking, if we're doing comics, if you're keeping the comics in mind, is not Infinity War and Endgame trash?
You said based on the comics?
Yes.
Well, like you said earlier, the comics aren't always great. Like, I think Nebula had the Infinity Gauntlet in the comics. Nobody would ever want to see that in live action.
She did have it in the comics, but in the comics, Nebula is more OP than she is in the movies. That's what I'm saying.
She's like a lizard woman. She's like a lizard.
She's a formation of the great and mighty Thanos himself. She's not a robot put together like she is in the MCU. Thanos molded and created her with his power. She's legit. She was one of the only comic book characters that was strong enough to even put the gauntlet on. That's the respect that she has in the comic. She's nothing in the MCU. And that's what I'm saying. If you're looking at the comic, Infinity War and Endgame are garbage. Just the fight alone. Look at all the people that Thanos fought in the actual comic versus what we got, a 3-on-1. That was bullshit. You make me wait all this time on all these movies to give me Thor, Iron Man, and Captain America going at Thanos. It should have been all 40 of them versus one mother freaker, bro. Just like it was in the comic. But I digress. If we can move forward in this conversation with taking knowledge of comics out of it, then it'll be better for both of us.
Okay, so let's do that.
All right.
But all I'm trying to tell you is, okay, let's stick to MCU then.
Yes.
With that Fantastic Four that you said is going to be trash, they are going to be the ones that'll give all the information about Doom, because they're his arch enemies, right?
Okay.
Now, Okay, if Doom takes his mask off, it'll be stupid. That'll be totally stupid. Dr. Doom is never taking his mask off. That'll be dumb.
Will he? But will he?
But you know he will.
Of course.
Stupid.
Because you know who's playing him, right? Who the one actor who had a problem in the MCU with having a mask on was Robert Downey Jr. He didn't like the fact that he had to wear a mask, so he dictated to the actual production team where he had a clause where he would go so much time without a mask so that you could see him, so his kids could see him, so he could be Robert Downey Jr. His ego was big as shit. So you know he ain't finna have no mask in Doom. You know we gonna see that.
Another L for the movie. And, okay, here's another L. If Spider-Man's in this, he will take his mask off and they will have this, they'll have a Braveheart moment when Robert LaBruce took his helmet off and he betrayed William Wallace. They're going to have that exact same garbage. No, it was great in Braveheart. It was great in Braveheart.
That was amazing.
They're going to do that in this movie.
It was great in Braveheart. Will Spider-Man have that moment, you're saying?
That's what they'll do to try to drum up drama for this movie.
That's fantastic.
Oh, Tom, you saw him as your father?
Yes, that's awesome.
Doom with his mask off is trash. Trash.
I thought we were taking the comic book stuff out. John Bat, you're being come on, you're doing it again. You have to abandon your mentality just for the sake of this conversation.
Okay, it'll be tough to do because we're naming the movie after a comic book character, and we're supposed to be making him a great iteration of the original material. Correct?
You got to throw that material out, bro. You got to do it. You
can't. So how's it going to be a good Doom if there's nothing related to the bare bones of the comic book character?
Nothing. He looks like Doom. He has the suit, got the green. You know, they're going to have some story tropes. They're going to have some loose tie-ins. These are nothing but adaptations. Every comic book movie we've ever seen that probably isn't Zack Snyder's 300 and Watchmen has been an adaptation of comic, which means you're just taking little things and then you're filling in the blanks. That's what these movies are. They're not one-for-ones.
Okay. So let's get back to the movie. Okay. So what's going to happen is they're going to have all this build-up. The third act will have a big, messy Martin Scorsese amusement park ride battle at the end. There's going to be a big beam that goes into the sky, and it's going to be forgettable. It's going to be a forgettable battle at the end.
Can I ask a question about that?
Yes, sir.
Do you call the end scene at Endgame a messy amusement park Martin Scorsese moment?
Yes. But it's okay. Exciting, though. Right. But it's messy.
All right, for sure. Keep going.
Do you agree?
Yes, I agree.
Okay. So that's why Spider-Man 4 will be out. That'll be messy, too, with CGI. Doomsday will be messy because of CGI. But I like both films, but we're ranking them, right?
Yeah.
Now, let's go to Supergirl. Unless you've read this graphic novel, we don't know jack about this movie. All we know is that, according to what James Gunn said, Supergirl was born and raised on a chunk of Krypton. So the entire civilization was destroyed except this one chunk, maybe from Argo City where she's from, and it's floating through space and they're surviving. This one family. Does that sound like a great premise?
It's not one family. It is a city of people. There's thousands of people still alive.
Okay.
And it's a chunk. It's a chunk, but
it.
It's large. It's like a floating California. Think of it as that.
Okay, so instead of making it the bottle city of Candor, it's kind of like a metaphor for a bottled city of wherever they're from.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
So do you think she'll be able to display any powers unless she's on Earth?
Right. She comes to Earth, and that's when she'll get her powers. She'll be regular.
So this whole movie, she'll just be this. What do I want to call her? I don't want to call her a latchkey kid in this city, but they're going to try to make her like hard-edged or tough, so she won't seem like Clark Kent, Superman's cousin who's all goody two-shoes. She'll be more streetwise. She'll pick up stuff as they travel across the cosmos or whatever and meet all these different civilizations, and just try to make her like a Arya Stark character after she left the House of the Undying, or whatever it's called. So they're going to try to make her really gray, really nuanced, so she doesn't seem like a carbon copy cutout of Superman. Good premise.
I don't think so. I feel like that's the wrong take. I don't think that they're going to do that with her. I think that they're going to make her the fish out of water, like Wonder Woman. New world. Everything looks so bright and hopeful and joyous and prosperous. Oh, Cal, take me here, take me there. Wait, Kara, we don't do things like that here. That type of stuff. So Superman will be Chris Pine, and Supergirl will be Diana from Wonder Woman 1. I think that would be great. Showing her the ropes of the Earth. Welcome to Earth. This is how we get down. She's going to be trying adventurous things and getting into trouble, and real villain stuff could come. Stuff like that. I think they're going to go with that more.
Okay.
Yeah. I think
So,
Superman is going to guide her. Superman is going to guide her, not the other way around.
Superman.
Yeah.
So you think a lot of this movie will take place on Earth?
Yeah. I think it'll be.
Oh,
I think it'll be some of it on Krypton. I don't think this movie's gonna be all on. No, she's gonna leave. She's gonna come to freaking to Earth. I think maybe half and
It's gonna
half.
be like a sci-fi adventure or something.
Yeah, half and half. I would say. Yeah, she'll do the Kryptonian shit, and then she will come to Earth. Yeah. If they do, I want to see her on Earth. You feel me? Like the movie will end with she will be on Earth by the end of the movie, but I need more than just an end. I want her to be on Earth. I want her to, you know what I'm saying? But no, if in this movie though, like I'm talking about like the relationship when it comes to showing her around. I'm not talking about that being in the movie. I'm talking about once she's her movie and they are now in the universe together, that's going to be their dynamic.
Right, because I know this will be, technically I think she's older than Clark, so I think Supergirl is, I don't want to say a prequel
Older but
to David
younger.
Morrison,
Older
or
but
like
younger,
Superman.
yeah.
Right,
Yeah.
right.
Yeah.
So
I'm
is
talking
there
about
going to
their
be a
dynamic
villain
though.
fight
But
in
once they're here together in the DCU, their dynamic will be that. You know what I'm saying? And once she gets to Earth, she's gonna, have to learn, and she's gonna think what the freak. Superman's gonna come and show her the ways of Earth. That's gonna be her ultimate tour guide, big brother. You know what I'm saying? Big cousin. You know what I'm saying? That's how they're gonna get it done. But in her movie, she'll be on Krypton. She's gonna jet to Earth in that movie.
So who are Supergirl's villains? Like who can really just help like accentuate this movie?
I have no idea who would they use to be a villain.
Because I haven't read the graphic novels. I don't know.
I haven't read Woman of Tomorrow either. My introduction to Supergirl is the very first actual introduction to Supergirl when she first popped up in a Superman comic. Hey, Cal, Then I went and read her actual comic from the 1960s. I read like 30 of them bad boys. There wasn't that many. And Woman of Tomorrow is something that I'm definitely going to watch. Guys, if you want to know, obviously, if you want to know about the story, and it won't spoil, but it will spoil. If you want to get plot details or basically what the movie's going to be about, purchase Woman of Tomorrow. Just like when it comes to Superman from James Gunn, it's a thick book about this big. What was it called? Superman All Days. Superman, what was it called? All Seasons? There's a
Superman
book.
for All Seasons? Yeah.
Superman for All Seasons. Yeah. I believe Grant Morrison is the one that wrote that motherfucker.
No, that's Jeff Loeb and Tim
Quickly, yeah. Read that. Buy that, read that if you want help for the actual Superman movie coming out, if you want to get a leg up. Kind of like the way I did for Infinity War. But as far as like a villain, I don't know, dog. Like when my man said the whole switching it up with Brainiac situation could be dope. You could do some Imperiex action if you wanted to. You could do some ties in Doomsday. You could do some political shit. You know what I'm saying? I don't know. That's why I'm excited.
Even before Pac posted this in the chat, that's early for Brainiac. That's early.
Here's how they could do it. He was the result of what happened, but
right.
You won't get Brainiac until years down the line. But we knew that he was the result. He's not actually... He's the result of the planet dying, but he's not an actual villain you got to fight. If that makes sense.
So
you won't see him in form until like as a big boss later down the DCU.
maybe you'll see like a part of a drone or something. And they're like, hey, what's this? Like a heel or something.
Exactly.
So based on what you're telling me, this will not be a good superhero. If she's like not a vagabond, but if she's just skirting
Listen,
around through this chunk of Krypton.
I'm telling you, she's gonna be on Earth. She has to be on Earth, and a lot of superhero elements are gonna take place once she gets to Earth.
So it's gonna be a flashback movie.
No,
David Cornswell will be showing her around, and she's like, "Well, this is how this happened." And
I would say the best, and this is the one thing I say about Man of Steel, bro. That Zack Snyder did. He did a freaking excellent job with giving us Krypton. He gave us like a cool 15 minutes. We saw what was up. We saw how the system imploded. We saw what happened to the actual planet. We saw the political aspects and the clashes that were done. And then fast forward to the present, back, forth. They can do that. I'm fine with the Man of Steel method, but I would want a little bit more time than the 10, 15 minutes that they gave us if they do the Man of Steel method route, the exposition back and forth. Or a proper, true origin of her on Krypton, and then us seeing the planet from top to bottom erode, then seeing life floating in outer space, basically, and then the narrative of her parents sending her away, understanding, Cal actually made it, her discovering a way. I got to go save him. He's all alone. Who knows? I got to go. And then that story, 35, 45 minutes. And then we're on Earth for the second half. I F with that. And guess who's already Superman when she lands?
And she still has to learn to control all these powers.
I think that's.
And we're going to jam that into 35 minutes at the end of the movie.
An hour. What we talking about? I need an hour. I need an hour and 40 to 2 hour movie. That's what I need.
Okay, I need 2 hours. But if she don't land on Earth until the third act, she got to learn how to use all her powers.
I didn't say third act.
What'd you say?
Second half. Second half of the movie. So if the movie's 2 hours, 45 minutes on Krypton, and then an hour on Earth, and then she's getting all these powers, and then Superman's there to help her develop, teaching her, don't worry, it's okay, and then experimenting with the people and seeing how the rules work, the laws, and her bringing knowledge to. It's also bringing knowledge to Superman too, because she was there for longer, and she could be guiding him in the Kryptonian way, while he is rubbing her back and guiding her the earthly human way. I could definitely eat that up for an hour.
So in that hour, you said the second half of the movie, she has to learn these things. They do it basically a cultural exchange, because he knows nothing about Krypton. She knows nothing about Earth.
Yeah.
And you have to establish a villain, and her and Superman have to repel this villain. And you have to teach her how to use her powers.
To be honest with you, I don't think that she needs an actual villain that's going to come to beat her up. I think that just off of her being on Earth and being with Superman, his problems are her problems. Because you're on Earth, you're going to get into trouble. And because you get into trouble, we're going to catch a fade. Now, who that villain or whoever it might be, we'll see. But that's where it will come.
Now, you might not realize this, but you basically just set up the second half of a garbage movie called Ant-Man and the Wasp: Quantumania, where he showed Cassie how to use her powers. In the second half of the movie, tried to establish her as the freedom fighter for the sub-planet, and they beat MODOK together. That's what you just described.
Okay, but it ain't going to be that. That's the point.
Huh?
It's not going to be that,
That's the pacing of Ant-Man and the Wasp: Quantumania. Same pacing.
Bro, pacing? Ant-Man and the Wasp: Quantumania is terribly paced, and it's a terrible movie. What me and you just conversed with was actual, what I think, because was what I would love, fire. Quantumania was not that. Quantumania was garbage. The pacing was slow, the characters sucked, and the storytelling was awful. And the action was garbage too. So what are we doing?
Let me clarify. I'm not poo-pooing this movie. I'm saying what you just described, what you wanted, sounds just like the second half, pacing-wise, of Ant-Man and the Wasp: Quantumania. where he's fighting
Okay.
his villain, MODOK, who was originally Darren.
I'm really
And
trying to
together they beat MODOK.
how is this? How is that Quantumania? I'm trying to think about that. So
Don't think about it.
She
Don't
turned on
hurt
the
yourself.
machine.
Don't think about it.
She went in the room, turned the machine on, got sucked into the quantum realm, and then they followed her. And then she was out on her own journey into the quantum realm, meeting slimy people, things without buttholes. They found her. She was liberated. And then Kang. And I don't. There's some similarities, but I wouldn't say that that's the same. Nah.
No. I'm saying beats. I'm not talking about.
Beats, okay,
This is going to be a
alright.
great movie.
There's-
Supergirl's going to be a great movie.
Yeah, there's nothing wrong with having similar beats. At the end of the day, these are fictional superhero movies. There's a lot of beats between Spider-Man and Superman. There's beats between The Dark Knight and Winter Soldier. I mean, so what? They're still different. It's about what you make your movie to be. And having the two movies can have the same beats but be completely different.
Okay, so in the ideal world, who is your villain? Who would be the best villain for this Supergirl movie?
The best villain that I would probably put in this Supergirl movie would be Metallo.
Okay, great pick. So let me sum it up here as to why Batman 2 will be the best movie of these four.
All right.
Based on what you just said, okay? So your ideal villain for this movie, not your ideal Superman villain, the ideal villain for this movie will be Metallo.
Mm-hmm.
We are chomping at the bit to find out which villain or villains will be the big bad in the Batman Part 2.
Yeah.
We've been doing theories since the word hush appeared on the screen. We've been talking about villains ever since the seawall collapsed. Batman thrives on having the greatest rogues gallery in the history of comic books.
Facts.
The Batman... Say that again?
Facts, sir. Those are facts.
Right. So even if Batman, Robert Pattinson's Batman isn't as great as people are expecting him to be, because they're expecting him to be like still somebody that's afraid to jump off rooftops from the first one, whoever is picked as his villain will be bigger than the Supergirl movie. I mean, the villain in the Supergirl movie. And there will be more intrigue for this movie than the Supergirl movie. Now, does that mean it's going to be better? No. I just think it's going to be better, not because of intrigue, but because of the setting of Gotham City, the way that Matt Reeves has incorporated these villains into this setting, and the way that Batman and these villains are a part. Gotham City is the best character in the Batman. Gotham City is the best character in the Penguin series. From this world that Matt Reeves has created, we will see probably one of the greatest iterations of Batman that we've seen in film, live action.
Nigga,
And your body shaming of Robert Pattinson, Robert Pattinson is egregious.
Am I lying?
Body shaming
Am I
Robert
lying about
Pattinson.
this anorexic, skinny, 180-pound motherfucker?
Okay, you said he was struggling as he's. Okay, first of all,
Oh, he's
Alfred just
factually
got
struggling.
blown to hell.
He's factually
Alfred
struggling.
just got blown to hell. Huh?
He's
No, that
factually
wasn't
struggling. Look at that back.
But it was
Look at that
metaphorical, the
smooth,
struggle. Oh, okay.
bony back. Look at that shoulder blade, my dog. I didn't know he
body
was trying to be
shaming.
Joaquin Phoenix's Joker.
Okay, now you know that's disingenuous. Talk about this Joaquin
Look
Phoenix
at that back. There is no muscle. There's no definition. There is nothing that I see except got a sandwich.
Okay, so got it. That was so disingenuous. So all you're looking for then is ripples on Pattinson, and he'll be acceptable as Batman to you. That's what you're saying?
Absolutely not. Robert Pattinson gives off strong Nightwing vibes, not Batman. He's given off emo-rific, teen heartthrob Nightwing vibes, not Batman. I'll buy him as Nightwing. If he was cast as Nightwing, I'll be like, for sure. But as Batman, the man, the owner, the ruler of Gotham City, he is not.
Okay, now, first of all, Robert Pattinson. Okay, let's forget about Robert Pattinson.
Yeah, don't do that.
Bat-
Yeah, that's smart.
No, because I'm gonna keep comic books out of it. I'm gonna try to keep comic books out of it.
Good,
Okay, but I'm gonna make an overarching point, overarching point.
Yeah.
Batman's struggle isn't in who Batman is. Batman's struggle is in who Bruce Wayne will be.
Mm-hmm.
So in the first movie, yes, Bruce Wayne is a malcontent. He's a ne'er do well almost. He's like he has no identity. He doesn't want to be Bruce Wayne. He wants to die every night in Gotham City, as he told from his like Rorschach-esque journal at the beginning of the movie.
Mm-hmm.
He was basically Rorschach in this movie.
Yeah. Yes, he is. There's a lot of stuff Frankenstein into this movie. Yeah.
Yes. So, yeah, and as you said to the other caller, there's a lot of Nightcrawler in it. I think that was the name of the Robert Downey Jr. Zodiac killer movie. I think it's called Nightcrawler. Or the Zodiac.
No, it's
Whatever.
Zodiac. Yeah, Zodiac.
Okay, and there's some Seven in this movie. So we know that Matt Reeves is borrowing to make it more of a crime epic, okay? Mm-hmm. A serial killer, a serial killer epic.
Mm-hmm.
So, yes, like your takes are all right. Like we had talks with Keon, his takes are all right. He doesn't know who he is yet. All he knows is that he likes to put on the suit and beat the crap out of people. Do I think that he'll have that identity crisis in the second movie? I do not. I do not believe that. And I think that that's why this will be the best superhero movie out of these four.
I don't think that he'll have the identity crisis either. At the end of the movie, it looks like he was starting to get a grip on things. But that doesn't mean the movie's going to be good. So what that he knows what he's going to be? Nigga still look weak. Still look emo. Still look trash. Still is known by vengeance. He's not even Batman yet. They don't even call him Batman. He don't call himself Batman.
Right.
I heard vengeance more than Batman. That's insane.
Right.
And for you to say, no, you ain't getting away with that. You ain't getting away with that. The fact that you said this is going to be better than Dark Knight is blowing my mind.
I didn't say it was going to be better than Dark Knight.
Oh, okay. You didn't say that. All right, for sure. Okay.
No. I didn't say that. No, somebody else said that this will be the Dark Knight of his trilogy. I mean, the second one could be the best. I don't know.
Okay. That's what you mean by saying the Dark Knight. It'll be like the Winter Soldier of. It'll be the good one.
The second best, right? The Empire Strikes Back. Well, another best.
I mean, what villain are you going to put in this movie? I believe the Riddler was weak. I believe that the crime Gotham mob thing was the best thing going for it. You're right about Gotham being the character. I think that was the best part. But we had the villain, which was mid in my opinion, and the hero, which was mid in my opinion. So it's like, dang, if you didn't have Gotham and Matt Reeves' capability with the camera and storytelling, this movie would have fallen down the shithole.
Okay, what it's going to do, okay, I'm going to wrap up soon. Batman is going to surprise you when he first appears. He's going to be so restrained. He's going to be his fighting style will be so refined because it won't be just like wild punching and forearms and just.
Where are you getting this from? Wait a minute.
You.
How could you say this with such conviction? You're saying he's going to be restrained when you first see him. He's going to be. You just gave me a mental mind state that he's going to have. How? Where are you getting this from?
It's just optimism. I really believe that. I believe that this Batman will learn from the first movie.
Why? Because he was bad in the first movie?
Well, okay, I'm going to try to keep comments out of it.
Please.
All right? But, right, because I'm only going to draw a parallel, okay? I'm only going to draw a parallel. But when Batman first started, he had short purple gloves on and huge ears on his cowl, okay? He shortened the ears because he was frightening the people that he was saving. So that's the only parallel that I'm drawing. Because when he beat up the Jokers and the one kid that wanted to get initiated who played like Jason Todd in the Titans show, and the Asian guy was on the ground, and he's like, please don't hurt me. That's the only parallel that I'm drawing, okay?
Okay.
You understand? So at the end, when he's standing there in broad day and the little girl was on a stretcher and she like reached out and touched him, I believe that will set in motion. And he's able to look up without, having shades on. Because he was there standing on top of Madison Square Garden or Gotham Square Garden without squinting, without having to turn away. And the people were accepting him as a hero. And even when they followed him out of the water, when he had the flare up, which was a great visual shot, by the way, I believe that will set in motion. And Alfred is going to be healed up for the second one, I'm sure. He and Alfred will work they'll work as a more cohesive unit. And I believe that he will be a more refined Batman. And being a better refined Batman, he will also learn how to construct this character of Bruce Wayne, who actually died in Crime Alley when he was 8.
So what you just explained to me was Captain America, the Winter Soldier, The Dark Knight, Wonder Woman, Superman. You just described to me the same bullet points, the beats, as any typical sequel, anything ever. He gets a little better. He knows what he wants more. He's a little bit more of this. They get more structured. He's understanding. That's just what a sequel is, bruh. I mean, you trying to gas the shit, but I'm sorry. All I heard was, it's going to be Batman 2. That's all I heard, bruh. You put lipstick on a pig just now.
You said he wasn't even Batman in the first one, and I agree.
And they're going to call him Batman now?
They might call him, because remember, he didn't even refer to himself as Batman. He's calling himself the Batman based on what the Riddler had been calling him.
I hear what you're saying, but that doesn't
Jody,
convince me of why you
know
said...
how much the public is in love with Batman, though.
Yes.
Seeing Batman on an upward arc, seeing him improve, seeing him incorporate these things that we love will make this movie even more fire.
Oh, to wrap this up with me and you, if I'm talking about what the fans are... What I say here on Jody's Corner often is not really in line with what the people say. When it comes to the people, nothing is going to be better than Avengers Doomsday. In fact, Avengers Doomsday is the greatest comic book movie ever made, and it's not out yet. That movie is better than Endgame and Infinity War. It's better than The Dark Knight. Wonder Woman doesn't stand a chance. It's better than every Superman movie. Sam Raimi's Spider-Man can't touch Avengers Doomsday. It's already written in stone because people are stupid. The Batman is the most underappreciated, greatest superhero of all time. The Batman Part 2 is better than Christopher Nolan's Dark Knight trilogy because Matt Reeves is a better director than Christopher Nolan because Planet of the Apes is the greatest Planet of the Apes made by Reeves ever made, and it's also the greatest sci-fi movie of all time because did I mention that Gotham exists and it's Batman? Did I mention it's Batman? Because Batman is Batman.
Oh, that was some cat.
And then Spider-Man fans, let's add them to the fray. Spider-Man is the great. He's the greatest villain, superhero ever. Oh, my God. I can't wait for Spider-Man 5. Do you think we'll get Aunt May's return? Do you think that Doctor Strange will come back as evil Doctor Strange and bring Aunt May from the dead? Oh, that'll be awesome. Can't wait for Superman 5. What we doing? We know what the people gonna say, but overall, the people gonna suck off that Avengers Doomsday, and they gonna suck off that Batman the most. You know how many people that was telling me, trying to come in my comment section, telling me, oh, I don't know cinema, I don't know film, I don't know Batman, because I gave the Batman a B? That was me being nice.
Well, I'm talking to you. I'm not speaking for the general public.
Well, I know. Okay, yeah. Public, I thought you said like the people, the people will be saying all type of dumb shit. But I think
No, because if the people really liked it, it would have made more than, $600 million.
700, yeah. 750. I think it made
750.
700. 750, 750 around there.
Even though I think theaters were kind of just still opening. I'm not saying they just opened in early 2022, but they were kind of still opening up or whatever.
I get what you're saying. All right, well, freak it, bro. Out of these movies, though, real quick, John Bab, out of these movies, you're still sticking with Batman #1 based off, you ain't changed?
Batman Part 2.
You ain't softened?
Yes. As a movie from first, second, and third act, this will be the best movie.
Superhero movie or movie? Because you understand, superhero matters.
No, it doesn't matter. No, it doesn't matter because you're going to a movie theater. You're going to a movie theater, not a superhero movie theater. You're not going to a superhero
this
movie theater.
This nigga wasn't paying
attention.
You weren't even paying attention to the premise and the question. What will be the best superhero movie?
I'm destroying that premise. I'm destroying that premise. And guess what? And if you want to go there, listen. If you want to go there, what Okay, let's go there. Let's play your game for a second. What superhero movie credits does Craig Gillespie have? Because all you know is him making good movies with women in lead. What makes you think he's gonna make a good superhero movie with a female lead?
It's a female superhero movie. I think he's gonna make a good female movie, and the fact that the superhero is Supergirl, which is awesome, it's gonna be good.
Let me go back to my question since you didn't answer it. What credits does he have to give you faith to say he's going to make the best out of these 4 superhero movies?
Because the best superhero on screen is Supergirl.
What is it? Let me. This is your 3rd time at bat. You done swung and missed the first 2. What credits does Craig Gillespie have that will give you all this faith to say that this will be the best superhero movie?
Because he knows how to make a female movie, and Supergirl is the best out of these 4.
And you keep leaving superhero out when I keep trying to put it in.
She's the best superhero on this list. I said it for the 3rd time.
And first of all, Spider-Man is the best superhero on this list. But his movie won't be the best.
Supergirl saves people by the thousands, not one at a time. So factually speaking, the amount of people that you save makes you a better hero. That's how I go.
We'll save that. We'll table that debate.
Yeah, I know you want to. Yeah, that's why Superman's the GOAT. He saves the planet over and over and over again. But I got you.
Right. With no. Okay. Let me let you get to the next caller. All right.
Thanks for calling in, John Bapp. Love it.
No problem.
Peace. Well, that's all the time that we have for this topic. That was freaking fantastic. Let me know what you guys think in the comment section down below. There's nuance to what I said about the saving lives thing, obviously, but yeah, it's facts. Jody's Corner.